I was like, if we gonna start early, I said we have to do this in a good orderly fashion here.
Yes, sir. And uh, oh boy, man. Okay. I saw you post this, so I just want some clarification. So you posted this, your top 10 vampire movies. Now, I don't know if the order is from 1 to 10 or if it's from 10 to 9. Because it starts off with From Dusk Till Dawn. I forget what's next. And then Sinners is 3.
Dust Till Dawn. I think John Carpenter's Vampires was second,
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
and then Sinners was three. It was damn. What the fuck was four? Yo, listen. I don't know what particular order it's going to go in at this point, but I do know that something is going to have to be placed out of the top five, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's early. I know it just came out, and it's like I gotta see it again and all of that shit. But I was like, it's kind of like when I seen Train to Busan for the first time. And Train to Busan, you know, like I'm a die-hard zombie buff. But Train to Busan, when I was done with it, I was like, yeah, I said this is definitely top 10, easily top 10. Not top five, but Train to Busan was top 10 automatically zombie movies of all time. This is one of those rare experiences for sure. And it's like I don't know if Dracula 2000 is going to be in the top five because like just character wise, I love that movie, but character wise, the shit that the characters got going on,
Yeah.
the interactions, I'm like the interactions ain't better than some of
To
the
me, I was
shit that
surprised when I saw like that wasn't even in your 5. That wasn't even number 5. That was like number 7.
7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, it was really low. I was like, man, that's why I said like, man, that's pretty low. I was surprised that you would have. I thought you would have had that up a little higher.
And I love Dracula 2000. Like you already know, with the exception of Patrick Lucier doing whatever he did with the script, I don't have nothing against that guy, but he's just like when he jumps on certain projects, I'm like,
God damn it!
I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know, man. But no, that was no fault of his own. But no, I love Dracula 2000, but I'm just yeah. So it was a lot to unpack in Sinners, man. That's why, like, when I do my review, I'm not going to do the review that everybody's thinking. Like, everybody's doing these reviews where it's like 16 things you may have
Yeah,
missed in the movie because you're a dumbass and you weren't paying attention because you don't fucking pay attention to shit.
or went
It's
over
like
your
I
head or
don't want
some shit like
to.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Like, yeah, I don't want to take away from the fact that I'm letting motherfuckers know like I had a fun ass time seeing this shit. So yeah, I'm not doing the whole
yeah,
16 Illuminati secrets and unexposed and shit. Like, no, we're not doing all that.
that
That'll
was
be like that's another story for another time, man.
yeah. My TikTok timeline is flooded with like, oh, this and that, or the hidden meaning behind the blues, or something like that. Like, come on, man.
Everything. And it is like, don't get me wrong, man. It's a lot of shit being said
Yeah,
in that movie. But if I was sitting there like, and I knew that everybody was hyping it up for that before I even seen it, and I'm just like, I gotta get that. I want it. Like if I catch it as the movie's going along and as I'm having fun, then cool. But I'm not gonna be like, all right, let me make sure I pick each and every single bit of symbolism. Like, nah, man, like that's gonna take me out of the, it's gonna take everybody out of the fucking experience, man.
yeah.
Like, I mean, but to each their own, man. I'm not bashing anybody or talking shit about anybody that does those types of videos or does that type of content. It is what it is. But I can't make that like the focal point of
That was a
my whole
video. Yeah.
review when I do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought it was an amazing movie. I thought it was an amazing movie. I thought it was great. I
Shit,
thought it was really
shit,
good.
fire,
I was like,
man.
holy shit, man. I wasn't keen on Michael B. Jordan playing the two characters, honestly, because sometimes when you don't have a talented actor like Robert De Niro who played Giovanni and Columbo, like there's not enough. The Knights of Alto. That's the one I'm talking about. That came out like 3 weeks before it, where Robert De Niro played
He
two
played
mob
two
bosses.
roles?
Yeah, but there's not enough dissimilarity between them. There's a lot of similarity between them.
I
And with
never
Michael
knew
B.
Darryl did
Jordan,
that.
he brought different mannerisms to the twins. I thought at no point
Yep.
did I think, "Oh, that's Michael B. Jordan." No, like for a moment, I thought Stax was his own character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was where I was at with it at some point, where their personalities was so different. I knew that he was like Michael B. Jordan was going to do something different, but I didn't anticipate going into it like really distinguishing them between like two different characters, because it was like you saw the similarities, but they were like night and day.
Yeah.
As the movie was going along, and even when shit was hitting the fan, I was like, wait, like these are really two different people. And I can see why everybody's like, yeah, we want to see a prequel with some. I'm like, no.
I think a franchise to that movie would cheapen it, honestly, because it deserves to be its own story, its own little bottle story.
Exactly. There's no, and I really hope that Coogler stands 10 toes down on this shit and does not, and lets it be its own original thing, and does not. Everybody's like, oh, Remick should have a prequel, and Smoke and Stack should have a prequel, and we can have a prequel about the Indians, and we can have I'm like, just no, I don't care. Anything that I don't figure out, it just wasn't meant for me to uncover. Like, let me just leave the mystery, to just be what it is forever. Like, I just no sequel, no prequel, leave it alone. You see what happened with Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah, the Blood Money. I forgot what the third one was called, but yeah, and then the series.
The Hangman's Daughter.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes, yeah. We don't need a sequel for Sinners.
Listen,
honestly.
In their defense, The Hangman's Daughter, it was story-wise, it was a cool prequel idea. It was like, okay, this is, the Titty Twister was a brothel back in the old Wild West, and not Michelle Rodriguez. What the hell was her name? Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek's character, she was the Hangman's daughter, and she found her way to that, to the Titty Twister, to the brothel, and she became the queen vampire. Like, she was kind of jumped in the gang and shit like that. It's a cool idea, but when you watch the movie play out, I'm like, this shit is bad, man. Or Orlando Jones is in the third one. Rebecca Gayheart's in the third one. Danny Trejo comes back. It's Michael Parks comes back. It's bad. Aquaman's dad is in that shit too. I can't remember that actor's name, but he's in Boba Fett?
He plays Boba Fett.
Aquaman's dad?
Yeah, that's Boba Fett.
Like his dad that he's in the bar drinking beer with. I cannot remember that actor's name. Let me look at this motherfucker's name. What's his name?
Tamara Morrison.
Yep. Whatever you just said is his name. Yeah, I'd never been able to pronounce like his first name, but yeah, that dude, he's another one of those actors where it's like, oh, is that guy? But yeah, he is the Hangman in from Dusk Till Dawn. He's the Selma Hayek's character's dad in Dusk Till Dawn 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's in there. I mean, it's the idea is cool, but it's fucking from Dusk Till Dawn 3, bro. Like, yeah, it's from Dusk Till Dawn 3, man. It's like, no. It's like, it's picking through shit.
Probably would have been better if it was just its own movie.
Yeah, it's bad. The series, though, I do want to watch the series. I put the series on like my list of TV shows to catch up on.
It was on Netflix
because I'm like
for a spell. I don't know if it's on there anymore.
Was it like 1 or 2 seasons of it?
I think it's 2 seasons.
Yeah, and I was surprised because I'm like DJ Catrona, the dude that plays Seth Gecko. I'm like, he's usually a block of wood on screen, man, but he's actually trying to give his best George Clooney impression, man. I appreciated that shit. Cause he can't act for shit, man. And well, I only saw him in G.I. Joe. Was it G.I. Joe? Not Rise of Retaliation, and he was in Venom, like the slasher movie Venom. He's a terrible actor in those movies, man. He's awful in those shits.
So it's three seasons actually from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I do want to give that shit a chance.
He was in Shazam too. He played the superhero version of Pedro.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's one of the Shazam family.
Yeah,
when they actually said
the blue one.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that shit, man. I mean, well, that shit went nowhere because they canned that whole. That was for the best though. Those Shazam movies were like, look, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. What's his name? Adam Levine.
No. Zachary Levi. Adam Levine.
I called that motherfucker Adam Levine.
Maroon 5 too. What the fuck, bro? I like Maroon 5.
Listen. My allergies are kicking my ass for the last several days. I have an excuse to be like a little stir crazy. I've really called him Adam Levine though. But no, Zachary Levi, like he's cool, man. But they had a weak villain, and like it was like the humor wasn't always there. I was like, okay, man, this is. Then you brought in Helen Mirren and Dragons and Lucy Liu in the second one. They spoiled the fucking Wonder Woman cameo in all the trailers, and I was like, why would y'all even? That should have been something that you saved for the fans
to get people to go see it. That's why.
Huge cameo they spoiled. Terrible fucking editing.
Man. Yeah, I haven't seen Fury of the Gods. I don't think I'm going to.
Oh, look, it's more fun than the first one a little bit action-wise, but it's nothing special. I feel like if you miss it, you're not missing anything at all, really. Fury of the God, yeah, it's
God damn it. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch that bullshit. Something else that I probably won't watch is the new trailer for Fear Street Prom Night dropped today. Did you see that?
Oh, I have not. I have not seen it. I did see that they dropped I saw they dropped a poster for it, and the poster was like all of the girls at the prom kind of like looking down. I guess it's a dead body or something that they're looking at.
Yeah.
I saw they dropped the trailer for that. I did not see it, so it looks bad, is what you're saying.
I don't know if it looks bad, but just like it's not something that I would watch. It's not something that I would watch.
Did you watch the other Fear Street movies?
I watched the first one, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You didn't watch
Yeah. I didn't watch 78. I didn't watch 1868. I watched 1994, and I was like, yeah, this is some bullshit.
Listen, 94 got a little crazy. It did. I went back and watched it. I don't know how many weeks ago, but I just went back just to watch the supermarket sequence and shit like that when the killer's running around and when that girl gets her head put through that god damn that meat slicer or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, the ham slicer. He's like
78 is the best of the three. 78 is a straight up love letter. If you love Friday the 13th, if you love The Burning, if you love Sleepaway Camp, all of that shit that any slasher that's at a campsite with camp counselors and kids there and a serial killer, it's a love letter to all of that shit, man. That is, and it's gory shit. It's super brutal. They gotta incorporate the supernatural shit because they gotta tie all of the stories together. But yeah, that campsite sequence, man, or the segment is fucking fire. That second one is fire. 1666 is okay. I thought that was going to be the best one of the bunch because I was like, the whole tone shifted. It was dark. It was like witchcraft and shit that they were doing in there. It's a period piece, but it wasn't as crazy as it could have been. It has some good moments, and it's the best looking of the bunch. But that's that second one.
You know, Lisa had told me that too when we were doing the podcast. She said that 78 is the best one. Like 94 really turned me off, dude, with all those obnoxious needle drops. It's just like, you don't need that many needle drops in one scene. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's them letting everybody know. Listen, in case you didn't get the memo. Yeah, but in case you didn't get the memo, we are going to remind you what time period you're in. It's like fucking Welcome to Raccoon City, where the chief was like snapping on all the Stars members, and he's like, maybe you want to go over to Blockbuster and rent such and such. Like, he's naming movies that came out in the time frame, and it's like, you know, listen to Enya or whoever the fuck he said, and it's like, okay, this is a band that was popular in the time frame. This is bad writing. Like all around bad writing is what it is. But no, I get it, because like certain period pieces, they do too much to keep reminding you. Yeah, this is the time frame would take place during.
The prom one though, it looks promising. It looks like it's actually based on one of the books, so that's something. So I don't know if it's going to deliver. It drops in a month from now, so we'll see.
Is this going on? This is going on Netflix too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fear Street, I'm more than likely going to watch it and give it a chance, because Fear Street is doing what the fuck Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and Goosebumps could not. They are pushing the envelope, and Fear Street was never even really... Fear Street, I remember being a little violent, but it was still a little bit teeny. Like, but it was some of R.L. Stein's darker stuff, but Goosebumps was way crazier. But the fact that Fear Street's been going for a hard R rating every time, gored all across the board every time, it's like, yeah, you're putting Goosebumps and Scary Stories to shame. To absolute shame right now.
Did you see the thumbnail? The thumbnail, the dude looks like a fucking Jin from Wishmaster.
For
Prom Queen, Fear Street.
We should be so. Oh, he does.
Right?
He looks like he looks like Jin from Wishmaster, but he looks like fucking what was the dude's name who was his name wasn't Yoda, but Spaceballs, when he was supposed to be Yoda, but he was like yogurt or some shit.
Oh, hold on, let me see.
Whoever that old ass man was, like,
yogurt.
Yeah, he looks like Jin and yogurt from fucking Spaceballs, yo. Is that the mask from the killer throughout the whole movie?
Yeah, that's the mask throughout the whole killer. He's gonna be wearing a raincoat the whole time too.
I mean, like, I guess I can adjust. I can adjust to it, I guess. I don't know. I hope it's good. It's giving, and low key is giving me, I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bitter about it. It's giving me Hellfest mass vibes.
It takes place during in the 80s also. So I don't know if that's a selling point for you.
I mean, we had the 80s before. Well, wait, no, we had the 90s, you had the 70s, you had the 1666. I don't know, I'm wondering what the poncho is. Is this Alice, Sweet Alice reference? No, because her poncho was yellow.
Yeah. Yet
another remake I'm waiting on. That kind of like coincides with our like main event, but it's not even on like a list or honorable mentions or anything. But that shit's definitely been in the talks for a long time.
I still haven't seen that. Still haven't
seen
the
original?
That. Yeah, still haven't seen that.
Yo, it's really weird, yo. Like, all I can say is be really patient with it, because I'm pretty sure it's a 70s
movie.
Yeah,
it's 77 or something like that.
Man, it is. It's almost almost like A24, if A24 popped out in the 70s and started trying shit out. Like, it's really weird. It's really, like, awkward and uncomfortable in a lot of moments. And it doesn't even really, like, it's like a murder mystery, but it's not really the slasher movie that a lot of people make it out to be. Like, there's a killer running around for sure, but it's not really in the forefront at all like that.
The pictures that I'm seeing for this movie look pretty crazy. The posters on here look fucking legit though.
Love that fucking poster, man. That poster, that is like still one of the most haunting posters of all time, yo.
The mask in the bag with the baby being, yeah, that shit's crazy.
And then they live in this shitty rundown like apartment building, and the tenants are like, some of the tenants are weird, man. Like, it's a crazy ass movie, yo.
Oh, it's on YouTube, so I might watch this tonight.
I think it's on Tubi, but I think that it's on Tubi, and I think it's only like the Spanish version or something. Like, hold on, let me look, because I got the fucking tab open right now.
Oh man, this is even worse.
Oh no, it is on Tubi. Both versions.
Yeah, if you watch it on YouTube, you're gonna get an ad every 5 minutes. So
No, it's on Tubi. It's two versions of it, but the English version is on Tubi right now. And then they got the
yeah,
the Spanish version of it. They must have just put the English version on there, because I was looking for it like a while back, and they had took it off. But yeah, it's weird, man. It's a weird fucking movie for sure.
yeah, that's on the list. I'm gonna have to watch this. Let's see what else. Oh, and Sorority Row is apparently getting a sequel, and Leah Pipes is in talks to come back and reprise her character as Jessica Pearson. When we all saw the bitch fucking die, crucifix on the wall. Like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. And I know it was so many people on Facebook that didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, because I reposted it, and I read the article first, and then I was like, because I heard the director say something about this like a while back, and he was hitting at a part 2, and I'm like, yeah, let's go, because Garrett, or whatever the brother's name is that was cutting his wrist, he's still alive. They showed him at the end of the movie, and
the
they showed his hands.
Became one of the sorority sisters.
Yeah,
for the main character.
Yeah, she was at the end of it, and okay, I'm like, okay, cool. You can definitely do a follow up to that shit. It's a remake, so what? There's been sequels to remakes, but then I remember seeing that the director was tagging the actress to it, and I was like, wait, hold on, like, I'm like, you talking about Jessica that got a fucking like a tire iron to the mouth? Like he spun around like ballet twirled and shoved that tire iron in her mouth, and what you say, crucifix, like, yeah. She was stuck to the wall. She was stuck to the wall, bro. The whole time he's talking and monologuing about how, telling his evil, devious plan, she's stuck to the wall, bro. And then he took that shit out, and then her body just fell at some point. It's like, no, we don't bring her back.
I just had the article pulled up, and I don't know where it went. But he posted a picture of her in makeup. I'm like, that's not how she died, bro. That's not how she died. Like, she should be missing a fucking jaw, if anything.
Like, she is dead. She is. I don't know. Maybe this is the one time I can blame the Fast and Furious for something, because they just, when they started bringing people back, it's like franchises is like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
they died 2 sequels ago permanently for sure. We saw that, right? But We can write our way around this shit if we tried. No, man. That's like when the director just announced that I Know What You Did Last Summer director, she tried to get Sarah Michelle Gellar back, and she said she begged her, and Sarah Michelle Gellar was like, no, I'm dead. And I'm like, yes, thank you, Sarah.
Bravo.
Thank you, Sarah, because we saw your dead body was on ice. Like, you're not, if you try to make sense of that, then we're no longer in this universe that y'all set up.
Yeah, because
we're not there anymore.
If she was on ice, she would have fucking third-degree freezer burns all over her body.
Yeah.
Also, didn't the boat explode at the end of that movie?
No, it didn't. God damn, what fucking I Know What You Did Last Summer movie? This dude, bro, his old alternate ending. I was like, wait, hold on, like, did they blow Ben Willis up at the end of this shit? But I remembered that the cops were on the boat at the end, and they found Ben Willis's hand, like his hook, the hand was attached to the hook, the severed hand, on the net.
Yeah, my ending.
No, I didn't. I mean, he's maybe that's the ending we'll get in the new one. We get a third act finale on a boat, and the shit just blows up. You know, that's when you know the characters are dead for real.
For real.
He's like, fuck those characters. He said, yo, didn't the boat blow up at the end of it? Fucking breathe, man. My allergies is already whooping my ass, bro, and I can't breathe at this point. Okay. I need tissue. I need tissue and stand by it. He said my ending's better. You fucking take that, Jim Gillespie. First of all, listen, I would love to have Jim Gillespie on the show, bro. He did I Know What You Did Last Summer, and he did Venom, the supernatural slasher movie, not the Marvel shit. But if you watch Freddie Prinze Jr.'s interview, Freddie Prinze Jr. said that he's a dickhead, yo. He said that working under that dude was like hell, and he said he kept reminding. He said Freddie Prinze Jr. said he kept reminding him every day, "You weren't the original choice of the actor I wanted to play this character."
Wow.
Like, yeah, said he was a dickhead like that, man. Just giving him a hard time on set the whole fucking time. And Freddie Prinze Jr. said he almost quit, but he said Ryan Phillippe kept, pulling him to the side, like, "Yo, man, remember what got you this role? Don't quit. Don't let him take you out of your zone," or some type of shit. And that's a good friend, but nah, fuck you, man. I'd have told him, like, what have you directed before?
Seriously.
Who's fucking talking to him?
So Ben Willis goes into the ocean or into the sea, whatever, basically.
Yeah, and his
After
hand
he
is
gets
just
decapitated. Yeah, no. Either way, Sarah Michelle Gellar will still have freezer burns all over her body if she did somehow survive that.
Yeah, she's fucking dead, man. Like, you saw her body and you saw Ryan Phillippe's body. If anybody had an out, it would have been Bridget Wilson, and you even saw her fucking dead body. You saw her get
Wait,
killed.
isn't she the one that got dragged across the fucking the store with the hook through? Yeah, no, she's dead. She's dead. No way.
Yeah. Nobody made it.
No one made it. No.
What you think of the trailer? Did you see the trailer?
For I Know What You Did
the new I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was partially right. So Freddie Prinze Jr. is divorced and unhappy. And meanwhile, Julie James is thriving, working at a university. You can't tell me those two are still together.
Because, yeah, like what? Like, they just found her on campus. They just walk up to her like, "Hey, I need your help," and she just turns around like,
"Yeah."
I mean, it reminded me of like a '90s slasher movie for sure. Like, even with that cheesy line at the end of it where she's like, "I just got one question. What did you do last summer?" And then the title card pops up. I was like, yeah, this shit feels like a cheesy '90s slasher, but you don't really get a lot of dialogue with the characters. Like, and one of the things I said was that I don't really want to go into this rooting for the fisherman. I know he's going to rack up some bodies, but I want to be able to look at the character situation and be like, yo, all right, what would I do in their shoes, type of thing. So I'm hoping that they write the characters decent enough to where we actually give a fuck this time.
I doubt it, because just by looking at them, they all look like rich snobs. I'm like, dude,
They
fuck these kids. Like, I don't give a
they look
fuck.
like the cast from the TV show.
Yeah,
That
they're
fucking
they're
Amazon
all
TV
social
show.
media influencers and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I should care? Nah, dude. You were probably live streaming when you hit the motherfucker on the road.
You got the one dude. You got the one dude. I think he's going to be like the Ryan Phillippe replacement, Tariq Withers, the dude that's in the sauna, and somebody writes
Yeah,
"You're next"
I
on the
know.
glass.
Well, yeah, you're
He's
next,
the
yeah.
dude that's in the. He's the dude, and I know it's early, but I think he might have a really good agent on his hands because he was in Atlanta. He's in I Know What You Did Last Summer. He's in a bunch of other stuff, but he's in that new Marlon Wayans movie, the movie him with Marlon Wayans.
Wait,
Yeah, did you
he's
see
the,
the trailer
he's the
for that?
quarterback,
That
right?
shit. Yeah, that shit looks all types of strange.
Yeah,
It looks
I
it
still don't.
looks weird as shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. It looks like Jacob's Ladder, but with sports instead. You watch that original Jacob's Ladder trailer? Like, there's some similar vibes there.
I just watched Jacob's Ladder like a couple nights ago, and I didn't make it through the whole thing. I think I stopped around the part where I always stop around the part where basically Elizabeth Pena's getting fucked by that demon on the dance floor, and that shit comes through, like that spike comes out of her mouth. I was like, yeah, that's usually my breaking point. But Jacob's Yeah, I remember when I watched the whole thing for the first time. That movie that shit is crazy. I don't even want to bother with the remake. I don't, because I already know it's not up to. I know it's not up to par.
Yeah, casting Micah early in that role was just not good casting. Like,
no. I just like Tim Robbins. He's really it's one of those Descent into Madness movies, and you buy that shit. Like, you buy that he's like, I don't even know what's real anymore and what's not. Like, he's seeing all types of shit in broad daylight, at nighttime, in his dreams. And then you put Michael Ealy in a remake, and then they I think his brother Jesse Williams played his brother, and then they throw that type of shit into me. I was like, I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. Sorry.
yeah, I don't know, but him, I Know What You Did Last Summer are both coming out in July, and both of those movies are gonna look. I don't know. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I kind of have a little bar for it, but I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with it. I really do hope they make Freddie Prinze the killer somehow, shape, or form, because I think that would be. I just think that would be a nice touch. That would be a really nice touch.
You already called it last episode. You already said it, that the accident, and you were like, what if the accident is linked back to him and Julie? And if that is, I'm telling you, that makes sense though. But then again, it's like, that's another thing about the trailer. They don't give you anything with these characters. Like, you don't know shit that's going on with these characters. I guess you got to find out when the movie drops. But I'm just hoping
which
that the characters are.
Which I kind of appreciate, because it's not spoon feeding you. It's not spoon feeding you information like most trailers do. It's giving you tidbits.
That's true too.
You know, I mean, it's giving you tidbits of information, like based on history and the original and whatever you know about the original movie. Like, oh, there's something that happened, but you don't know who or why.
And it does look more brutal. I'm not gonna lie. When that I didn't know what was going on at first. Like, when you hear like the harpoon or whatever pierced that dude's shoulder, like, I'm like, oh, something stabbed him. But then you see like the other angle of the string that's connected to it, or the wire that's connected to it. I was like, oh shit. And he missed the first time, so then he shot him with it again and then dragged him from his stomach. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what I need. If we're gonna bump up the kills, then y'all gotta have better kills than I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Because Ben Willis was getting busy in that movie.
Yeah.
He was killing people
He racked up quite the body count. Actually, kind of racked up the body count in the second one too.
Yo, hooks and garden shears and paper shredder pieces and shit. Like, he was killing people with anything at that point, any and everything. Yeah, he was. I don't even think he had that big a body count in the third movie. The third movie's trash, but I think it was more geared towards the first one, where it was like, I'm only killing this particular group of kids. Have you seen the third one? I'll always know.
Always no.
Ooh, we gotta do a watch along for that, man.
God.
Gotta do a
Isn't that the one
watch
where they
along
go
for
supernatural?
I'll always know what you did last summer, man. It is one of the worst. It starts off corny as shit. As soon as you are introduced to these kids, they're on a Ferris wheel and they're like, haven't you ever heard about what happens on July 4th? And it's like, now Ben Willis is an urban legend that they're telling to each other and shit in the Ferris wheel. It's awful. They got the dude from Final Destination, the one that got the ladder through the eye. He's like the tough guy. He's the Ryan Phillippe character. David Paquetá. And I don't know who the fuck told him he was, the horror guy, but I want them to stop casting him in movies. I really do. I think I've said this before on the show. And I'm not trying to hate on the guy, but he's just a terrible actor. He's bad in, I'll always know, he's bad in Final Destination 2. He's bad in Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
Oh, wait,
and I know it's
the bully, right? He was the bully.
Yeah. Find your keys in 30 minutes or less, asshole. Like, yeah, that was him. That was him. He looks like the same dickhead in every single movie he's in. Oh, and he is that character.
He was also in Disturbing Behavior.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. And that's, like, I remember watching that a couple years back for the first time in a couple years, and I was like, this isn't bad. It was never one of my favorites at the time, though, because I don't know. I guess I wanted them to be zombies or some shit. And he was in The Crow, Stairway to Heaven. He was in the Crow TV show. But yeah,
He was also in Colony, which is another TV show. It's about how aliens came over and took over the U.S. Kind of crazy.
Jesus Christ, man. Have you seen... Yo, go on Disturbing Behavior. Look at Nick Stahl, yo. He looks like somebody's like merging several different pictures together.
Oh, yeah. They did not use a flattering picture.
What the fuck, man? This was the guy they cast. Listen, I'm sorry, man. I don't fucking care. This is the guy that they cast with John Connor in Terminator 3. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Jonathan Mostow. No, man. Because Nick Stahl is just, I don't like that guy. I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy in real life, but I don't like him in any movie he's in. And this is the fucking guy that you had to play John Connor in Terminator 3. This was our Edward Furlong replacement. That was the guy where Jonathan Mostow was like, you know what? I know everybody loves Edward Furlong, right? But wait till they get a load of this guy, Nick Stahl. He's going to knock your socks off. That's what he thought.
I will say he probably would have had better. I mean, him and Claire Danes actually had good chemistry together. So, I mean, I guess there's that.
Claire Danes was acting circles around him. I don't mind her in that movie at all as Catherine Brewster. I like Claire Danes. I've liked Claire Danes ever since My So-Called Life. And I don't even know if I was old enough to be watching that shit when it was on. But that was the shit. But Claire Danes is cool, and the dude from Graveyard Shift that played her dad was cool. But Nick Stahl, no. Then when they had him with the scar, and he was in the future sequence, I'm just like, this is the guy that's saving us? I don't believe you. I don't believe in him at all. I'll risk it. I don't care if we ever get Nick Stahl on the show. I'll burn that bridge with pride. No, man. No, because that's unacceptable. Like that's something we gotta cover the Terminator franchise one day too, man. We gotta just do like that shit's gonna take like 6 years to do. Like we're gonna have to do we're gonna have to do it in chapters a deep dive into the Terminator franchise.
Can we just stop at 2 and then just like say that it ended there?
Oh no, that's too easy, man. Like I feel like you don't really get to the fun shit until part 3. And I love Salvation, but then you really get to some fun shit in Terminator Genesis. Genesis was such a task to get through when I did that shit, man. I was like, y'all really thought y'all were cooking. And that 1984 sequence is decent.
Yeah.
Everything in 1984 is cool. I can look past Kyle Reese. I can look past Sarah Connor. But the moment they go to, what, 97, or do they go to, was it 2014?
Yeah,
or 2014. What year do they go to? 2014. When they end up on, they're naked on the highway and shit, and they get taken into custody. Everything after that is just a swan dive. It's awful. Terrible shit.
Yeah.
Wait, who did Genesis? Let me see. Who did it? Alan Taylor directed Terminator Genesis. And here we go. See? Patrick Lussier. Every fucking time, people. This is why I be telling everybody, man. Patrick Lussier. I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I'm not trying to hate on Patrick Lussier. Respect to him as a writer, but every time his name is attached to certain movie properties, it's like destruction kind of follows. Clearly, I just burned every bridge possible for us having Patrick Lussier on the show, so we can forget about that shit. What has this dude done? This dude hasn't even... This is the problem, people. This is how you know the studio just doesn't give a shit about Terminator movies anymore, because they get people to direct these movies that really don't understand these movies. And the dude that did Terminator Genesis, he did Thor: The Dark World a couple years prior, and he did The Emperor's New Clothes. Like, how... Oh, this director is from Pennsylvania, though, so we definitely gotta give him some shout outs, at least.
Johnny, shout out. Johnny? Sorry. My lady came back from the dentist, so I just had to check to see if she was all right.
I was just telling everybody that whenever Patrick Lussier is attached to certain properties, like it's a crash and burn type of thing.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick Lussier did Genesis?
He helped with the script.
Oh God.
And they get these people that to do these Terminator movies that don't understand Terminator movies.
Alan Taylor directed this movie. What did he do?
Exactly. That's what I was just saying.
Oh my God! He directed The Dark World.
Yeah, look at what he's done prior to doing Terminator, and these are the people that you're trusting with these big fucking franchise names.
And he did The Many Saints of Newark, which was a fucking awful movie.
I didn't even watch it. That's like the Sopranos spinoff.
Yeah, it's a Sopranos prequel.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I mean, his son, Gandolfini's son, looks just like him for sure. But I was like, y'all didn't need to do this.
No. Let's see. What else? Anything else on the news docket?
News docket? Oh. Some news that'll put the fear of God in probably everybody that's going to watch this and listen to this. There's a Bodyguard remake in the works with Kim Kardashian as the lead role. Like, is this? I don't know if this is real life or not, but I did see multiple articles saying that there is a remake in the works of The Bodyguard. Kim Kardashian is in talks to star as the lead. And I'm like, I don't know, like, what level of desperation or just buffoonery we've gotten to at this point, but
they're saying they're eyeing Taylor Swift.
That ain't no better, to be honest. Like, I know, listen, it's the lesser of two evils, man. To be honest, like, y'all want to piss people off.
They should leave
like, y'all really want to piss people off. And I'm not sitting up here like I'm the biggest fan of the first one. That was like my cousin's. You know, my cousin was like a girly girl, and she was obsessed with Whitney Houston. She used to love that shit. But I never really cared for that movie. I still don't know shit about that movie.
When I was growing up, I remember going to the theater to go see that with my mom and my stepdad, and I remember liking it a lot. And when we bought it, that was a movie that was on constant rotation for me. I always loved the Queen of the Night sequence. I always thought that was fucking badass. And then
I don't know anything about that movie except the lead two characters and the fact that song is the title song.
Oh man, you're missing out. Talk about a watch along. That's a watch along right there, bro.
The Bodyguard.
Bodyguard. We can do that and do A Star Is Born as a double feature.
Let's not get carried away now. Is that shit with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga? Yeah. Look, man, listen, I had a hard enough time with Lady Gaga in Joker 2.
Oh, that's right. You actually put yourself through that shit. That's right. That's right.
I did, man. I did. I don't dislike Lady Gaga. I think she's actually a solid actress. But Joker as a musical, no, just didn't work. Everything else around it was okay, but the musical shit, no.
No.
But they did some okay things in there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this Bodyguard remake, I hope doesn't happen. But Warner Brothers and Taylor Swift are working hand in hand to actually make it happen. So it's gonna happen. We just don't know who's casted yet. So if Taylor Swift is behind this movie, it's gonna get made. Now with her being in it, that's a different story.
Yeah, this is a recipe for disaster, and it's one of those movies where I wouldn't do a trailer reaction, I wouldn't do a review, I wouldn't go see it because I couldn't give a fuck less, to be honest. Like, about the Bodyguard remake produced by Taylor Swift. Like, fuck off, man. Like, I'm not interested at all.
Man, you really trying to get us canceled by all them Swifties, bro. Like, seriously. They're just as dangerous as the Beehive, bro. Like, we can't be fucking with them.
They're called Swifties?
They're called Swifties.
Yeah. Listen. It's a cult. Okay? I'll say that, and I'll leave it where it be. Like, it's a cult. Y'all need to stop.
What else is on the docket?
Movie news docket. What else we got? Predator Badlands. Ooh. I need your thoughts on this Predator Badlands trailer, bro, because this shit has everybody talking for better or worse. I got some choice words.
Okay.
But I need to know how we feeling about this. This is a crazy direction we're going in. This is a game changer.
Yeah.
Whether people like it or not.
Yeah. In the future. So I like it. I do like the idea of taking the Predator and dropping them in different time periods. I think that's actually a really good idea. It's actually smart, and you can do so much with it. Honestly,
Yeah,
Predator in medieval times, Predator in feudal Japan, Predator in the
everywhere,
wasteland. Like you can do so much,
everywhere.
and I think um, having Predator in the Badlands in the future, it'd be a really interesting touch, and because we always see the Predator in modern times, for good or for bad. You know what I mean? It's always modern times. Like the closest they ever jumped to the future was in 1997, and that was
Yeah,
part two.
the second movie, right?
Yeah, it took place in
Yeah,
1997. When I watched the trailer, I was hyped. I thought this looks fucking dope. I thought this looks
same,
dope,
same.
and it's by the same director. Ella Fanning is going to be playing one of the androids from the Alien franchise. Cause
That shit. Now, it was one of those. Somebody described it in their article as like a blink and you'll miss it type of moment. It really is. But when I saw the eyes, I was like, wait, what? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa,
yeah,
whoa, 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 whoa. Because Fede Alvarez publicly said, yeah, man, I want to do an AVP movie with Dan Trachtenberg. He said that publicly. So now we officially got the Wayland Yutani connections to the Predator shit that we're seeing now. And did you see the wall, the shrine or
yeah,
the shrine room or whatever?
yeah,
Is that the Independence Day alien
yeah,
skull?
yeah. The centerpiece, the big centerpiece. Yeah, that's the ID4 alien. And then you see Caesar's skull as well, the gorilla skull.
You
That's
see
supposed to be Caesar
the
from
gorilla
Planet of the Apes.
skull. They said one of the skulls is one of the engineers. I don't know if that was true or not, but I think it's one that's towards the top part. I don't know. They said one of the skulls might be the engineers. I know there's a T-Rex skull in there somewhere.
Yeah,
But somebody was saying that the skull, they were like, is the skull from the Mars Attacks aliens? And I'm like, all right, how fucking wild are we about to get with these Easter eggs and connections, man? This is one of the reasons why I don't do those whole 17 things you missed because you wasn't paying attention to shit videos. Like, I can't do them, man. Like, I'll be stuck in the rabbit hole all day.
so that's the alien. That's the T-Rex. Uh, that's the human. I don't know what human that is, but there's some different types of skulls on this wall. And in part two, you actually saw the xenomorph skull. I
Mm-hmm.
wish they would have kept that in there.
And everybody went fucking crazy. And everybody's complaining about the Predator design. Yes, it does look super CG when the Predator growls and the mandibles
Yeah,
spread out. And everybody's talking about the look of it, but this is a younger from what I've read, this is a younger Predator that they're just dropping into this into this kill zone and shit, into the Badlands, and he's just got he or she, we definitely don't want to get canceled for saying the wrong fucking pronouns here, but I will say they get dropped into the Badlands and gotta, I guess, just maneuver the shit out.
What
But
if this
I
isn't
I don't
Earth?
mind the design.
What if this isn't Earth? What if this isn't Earth?
This is no, hell no, this is not Earth. I think this is the Predator planet from the Adrian Brody movie, or this might be a whole nother Predator planet, or this might be somebody else's planet.
Or it's that Wayland planet that they're on in
Yeah,
Alien Romulus.
This is definitely not Earth. Did you see the plants when they're in the forest with the spikes and then they explode and all that dust and shit or whatever comes out of it? And there's things that he's got whatever the tentacles are that he's slicing up. This trailer looks crazy, man, and it's gonna be a lot of people bitching because the other, the protagonist is the Predator this time around, but the other protagonist is a female, so everybody's gonna be bitching about that. They're gonna be like, girls can't do stuff and boys rule. It's like, well, we have a name for people like that, and
Well,
we
technically,
don't
it's
want to
not
say
a
it.
girl; it's a machine. So, I mean, are we? Come on, I was just like splitting hairs.
They'll find a way. Female machines can't do stuff. It's
Unless it
like that's
takes place in a on Earth after a nuclear explosion.
everybody's gonna.
So,
There's a lot of people that said, "Man, this looks worse than Prey." It's like, damn, like give it a
Prey
fucking
was
chance.
fucking fire. What are you talking about,
Uh,
man? Like
well,
those
you know,
kind of people
people
I don't
don't.
take serious, man. It's like also the movie hasn't even been out yet. Like, yeah, you can judge it for like 2 minutes, but to me, this is enough for me to like want to watch this movie in the theater.
Yeah, and the fact that somebody was like, "Oh, I hate the direction they're going in, that Disney's going in," and I didn't direct it at this person, but I just put it out there in the comments, and I was like, if we did the same shit, Predator hunting down macho men with machine guns in the jungle, if we did the same shit over and over, people would still find a way to complain about it. But here you got the fucking Predator franchise of all franchises. They're still trying to find ways to reinvent themselves and have fresh original ideas, and
Yeah.
people still bitch about it. Now, the movie might be trash, but the fact that they're doing something different, like, bro, the fact that we're getting Alien and Predator movies and shows, like, we're eating pretty good right now. And these are fucking properties from the 70s and the 80s that's still kicking, that's still trying to do new things. Like, I respect it at the end of the day.
I can't wait for August. This is gonna be badass. Did you see the teasers for the Alien TV show that they were
I
dropping
did.
all over on Instagram?
I saw one teaser, and they were, like, hinting at the fact that the aliens aren't the only threat. Like, they said that they were picking up certain organisms from different planets or some shit, and all of this is going to end up on Earth. Now, look, I'm with whatever they want to do as long as I get my xenomorph hybrids, man. I don't care what they do. If I don't get them toys that they had back in the day, if I don't get my xenomorph hybrids, if I don't get my rhino xenomorph, if I don't get my like gorilla xenomorph and all of that shit, that's all I want. And Tim Oliphant has to survive the whole series.
Wait, Timothy Oliphant's in the show?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Hell
I
yeah,
didn't
he's
know
in the
that.
show. He's the
Fucking Raymond
only.
Gibbons?
Yeah, he's the only bit of casting. I mean, no diss to everybody else that's in the show, but when Timothy Oliphant was on board, I said, okay, I got somebody to follow. And I hope he's a main character in the forefront 24/7. Hell yeah, Tim Oliphant's in there, man. Like, I told you, that's one of my most underrated actors of all time. Like, hands down.
So wait a minute. So this series, according to Wikipedia, this is supposed to be a prequel to the 1979 film.
Uh, um, I think so.
No,
They
that's
had like a chart.
what it says right here on
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
they had a chart where they had everything like in chronological order. So I mean, I guess, and please, I don't want to see I don't want no Ripley Easter eggs. I don't want to see none of it. None of it. I don't. I want them to keep standing strong on their own like they've been doing, without the mentions of Ripley. I don't want them to do it, like, at all.
When the
I don't want
fuck is this supposed to air? Honestly,
the Alien Earth show.
it
I
says
can't
summer,
remember.
but it doesn't give an exact date.
Yeah, I don't remember if they gave a release date on the trailer.
It just says mid
I'm on it though.
2025. So probably July, August. We're looking at.
Yeah, I'm on it until I get a follow up for whatever the fuck they doing with Romulus. Then I can deal. I can deal with a TV show.
Oliphant is a synthetic.
Is he in the show?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, you know what? No, that's actually good. Because if something happened to him, you could just put him back together. Oh, yep, you're right. Wendy's synthetic mentor and trainer. Damn. So he's basically going to be his fucking character Gabriel from Live Free or Die Hard. Like he was kind of walking around like a synthetic. He's walking around like, don't ever hesitate like that again. Like he was walking around like real upright and stiff. He looked like Hitman, and when he was playing Hitman,
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I did like him in Die Hard though. Like he was a cool villain, but he just was like with that button down. Like he just was like walking real upright, just talking real sharply at people. And Maggie Q was his girlfriend, but that was a plus. Big bonus for his character.
All right, what else?
Fucking Jesus. Movie news, that might be it. Or well, no.
What?
I'm not gonna touch on that.
Now you got to do it now.
Well, that I was about to say I had a last bit of movie news before we moved on to shit, but it was only going to be the fact that there was news, and it technically is movie news. The Passion of the Christ 2 is in development, so there's that for anybody out there that was looking forward to the second coming on screen. Jim Caviezel will be reprising his role as Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. So I just want to know who all out there is going to go see the movie. Who's ready for the sequel? And Mel Gibson is directing it too.
Yeah, he's directing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy bad man. He said
that's a pass. That's a pass. I'm good.
Oh man, that's the theater experience you need right there, man. That's when you go like to see it in 40x, IMAX with 3D glasses and shit. Like, oh my god.
No, man. Yeah. I didn't see that movie in the I didn't see the first one in the theater. I'd watched the first one with my stepdad and my mom when they bought it on DVD, and I just didn't care. They're like, why? Like, are you like possessed or something? Like, is there something demonic inside you? Like, you don't care about our Lord Savior? Like, no, I just don't give a shit. Like, it's not interesting to me. Like, this is the kind of shit they taught us, like, in Sunday school. This is the kind of shit the preacher was always complaining about on Sunday service. Like, no, man. I went to Sunday service from when I was 5 up till I was 12. I don't need that no more. I'm good.
Yeah,
man.
I think I'm right along with you. Like, I'm a pass. I'm not gonna go see it. I didn't want to go see the first one. It was against my will a little bit. My cousin, his parents were holy rollers, and they were like, "Listen, the only way you can come over for the weekend to hang with your cousin is if you come to the movies with us to see Passion of the Christ." I was like, "Yeah, whatever, sure," and not even understanding what I just agreed to, man, and I just some shit I wasn't ready for altogether.
Yeah. It's basically you're born disguised as religious, as religion. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know, man. I know for me personally, I don't need to see that shit. I don't. And I didn't really want to see the first one either, you know. And I don't even think like you need even to make a movie out of it. But you made a movie because you wanted to stick it to Hollywood. That's why you made that movie. Let's just be honest, Mel Gibson. You made it because you wanted to stick it to Hollywood. That's the only reason you made it, bro.
First of all, they let Mel Gibson do it. Like you knew, because at that point Mel Gibson had already done Braveheart, right? I don't think he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I don't think he did Apocalypto until after
Apocalypto
he
was
did
a few years
Passion of the
after.
Christ. Yeah, but he already did Braveheart, and you see the lengths that he'll go to make sure that you know shit just got real. But yeah, that I don't remember people necessarily clapping when the movie was over. It's like everybody was just kind of like not in a state of shock, but damn near.
I remember the movie came out like in 2003 or 4 or something like that. It came out on Ash Wednesday on February, and I remember like my town has like this whole big thing about the Ash and stuff like that. They have like a whole big ceremony. The whole town goes there, gets their cross and whatnot, and then I shit you not, once they got those crosses, they went to the Fox Theater, which is down the street from the church, and they sold out 4 showings of that movie. I remember it was just like a big fucking event, and it was sold out for like a weekend. Like that was like a really big event. You know what I mean? It was like a real big event, and I was just like, damn.
Well, I'm glad that movie was able to bring everybody together. You know,
For 2 hours.
it's not. Yeah, for two whole hours. It's not every day everybody comes together for a good cinematic event
Yeah.
like that one. But yeah, I would not be seeing. I won't be doing a trailer reaction. None of that shit. I won't be doing the. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be those people who have YouTube channels. They're gonna be like 17 things you missed in the Passion of the Christ 2 trailer. It's like, yo, y'all better be careful. Y'all better be careful
Difference
out there.
between Passion of the Christ and the book.
Yeah. Here's what you didn't know
we're gonna get
about
that.
the book.
We're gonna get that for sure. Oh my god. I don't even know
Yeah,
how
y'all better
that
listen.
movie got past development, let alone greenlit.
When that trailer drops, y'all better be the fuck careful out there doing those damn breakdown trailers. And have you peeped the hidden symbolism in Passion of the Christ 2 trailer? It's like, yeah, like we peeped all of it, motherfucker. Like that's a lot of what they're going to be showing us in there. This is what y'all was supposed to be ready for.
And it's not even gonna be subtle.
Nope.
Not gonna be subtle. I mean, dude,
not
the only
interested.
way I go see Passion of the Christ 2 if it's the Passion of the Christ Part 2 that they did on Family Guy, where Jesus Christ comes back and hangs out with Chris Tucker. You remember that? Where he's all smoking weed and just talking mad shit.
They did that?
Yeah. That was early episodes. Those the very early seasons of Family Guy. Type it in YouTube right now. Passion of the Christ, Family Guy, Part 2.
Christ 2. Set in the year 33 AD.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
That's what my ex-wife said. They are going to hell, yo.
Yes.
Said Passion of the Christ 2, crucify this.
Yeah.
They have no fucking chill button at all.
One of these.
Just no holds barred. I wonder if Chris Tucker saw that sketch.
Probably.
Like, I wonder how pissed off do they get when they see stuff like that?
Someone should ask him that in an interview.
Chris Tucker?
Yeah, someone should ask him that. It's like, hey, how do you feel about not being canceled in Passion of the Christ Part 2? Crucify this.
I have no idea what I would ask Chris Tucker during the interview at all.
Hey, just hey, give us your funniest Michael Jackson story.
Yeah, I need some of those. I would need some Michael Jackson stories. I need to know if Luc Besson is really the creep that people say he is. Because remember, Chris Tucker worked on
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Yeah, Luc Besson directed that.
Easy, boy.
All right, I was about to say before we start getting into the main event, let me refill the agua real quick because I don't want to choke out on this. You hear me coughing and shit. I don't want to choke out on it. So
let me take care of this dog really quick too.
All right.
Better? Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on, Chad. Good boy. Good boy. I know, Shadow. Shadow. Okay, Shadow. Cuidado. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Ugh. Yeah.
Zen, I have returned.
Better.
All right, what did I miss? What did I miss?
My dog just kept barking, just wouldn't shut up. He's a
Yeah,
good boy though, so that's
yeah.
what he's supposed to be doing. Had to put him out for a little bit.
What kind of
Yeah.
dog y'all got again?
Huh?
What kind of dog y'all got again?
I got a mixed pit bull with a labradoodle.
That's an
Yeah,
interesting fucking mix.
yeah, for real.
Wait, a labradoodle, is that the small ones?
Yeah, I think so. But he's like a pit. But there's something else also, man. I think he has like husky in him too,
Oh, y'all must
because his
got a
snout
big
is
fucking
very
these.
his snout is very distinct, and it looks like a husky snout.
It's a lichen. What if they just told you that it was it's been a lichen all this time?
Man, I'd be fucked because there's a full moon coming out like in 2 weeks.
You know what's crazy? Them lichens. I have never sat through the Underworld franchise.
I've never even sat through one of those.
None of them.
None of
I've seen the first one. I've seen. I think part 2 was the one where the guy was chasing after him with the wings, and I saw Rise of the Lycans. That was actually a good prequel. I haven't seen the last 2. I don't know. I was kind of going to go back and try to. He said, "Nah, man." Kate Beckinsale can't sell you on that shit with that black clad leather.
No, man, because when Underworld came out, Twilight was at its height, True Blood was at its height, and I was just over it. I was over vampires. I was like, man, you guys can't even make vampires scary.
True Blood was more sexual than any fucking thing. True Blood was actually pretty good. I missed a lot of it. But yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to make vampires scary. Even watching Sinners, I was like, okay, how, like, I get the threat, but I was wondering, like, realistically, how scared am I of these vampires? That's something else I want to do, like, a ranking on, as far as, like, not our favorite vampire movies, but how, like, what's the fear? The
scariest vampires, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how, like, legitimately, how scary are the vampires in these movies that we like? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, some of them, like, I know for me, the Reapers are up there. The Reapers in Blade 2,
yeah,
scare the shit out of me.
From The Strain.
The Strain, the TV show?
Yeah,
is that the TV show, right?
Yeah.
The Master from The Strain?
Oh, bro, this guy is a force of nature. He is a disease. And he's covered in a
fucking disease.
Yeah, he's like a shroud, bro.
What is he? Is he like...
He's like the first living vampire.
That motherfucker, yo, his collar is popped for real. Like, he really is the original vampire. Yeah. Like, popped collar and everything.
Oh, Dominic Purcell from Blade Trinity, bro. I mean, that performance itself is fucking horrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The performance is mortifying, for sure. I thought you was like saying, like, legitimately. Now, I will say this: they could have made him scary, but they fucked it up the moment they did. When they were like digging or whatever they were in that sanctuary, whatever the hell they woke him up in. When he came out of that and he had the armor on and he was still in, like, kind of like his like his demonic form, they could have maybe made him scary with that, maybe made him scary with the design at the end of it, but they just, I don't know, man. David S. Goyer just didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
He was coming off a
Dominic
prison break, dude. So he was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna act like how I act in prison break."
Yeah, Dominic Purcell. People, and look, man, if y'all out there, if y'all like Dominic Purcell as Dracula, aka Drake, in Blade Trinity, then that's cool. Like, you know, everything's subjective. But he's ass.
No, yeah, I do not fuck with Dominic Purcell as Dracula. That was the wrong choice. Again, capitalizing off his popularity from TV.
You know who did scare me in a movie that wasn't necessarily scary for me? Like in The Lost Boys, I think it was Alex Winter. His vampire form. No, not Alex Winter. The one who, I don't know if they throw him in a tub full of garlic. The one that was going after them in the bathroom.
Yeah. That I don't know who that is.
Him and the dark-haired guy scared me more than any of the other vampires in the original Lost Boys movie. The dark-haired guy was the one that was in the '93 Body Snatchers movie. I always think that he's I always fucking think he's Dermot Mulroney, but he's not. He's definitely not him. What's that dude's name? Let me look him up.
Yeah, I'm trying to find him too.
Yeah, he looks like he could be Dermot Mulroney's like doppelganger or something. Billy Worth.
Billy Worth?
Yeah, Billy Worth. Yeah, he's in the Lost Boys, Body Snatchers, Boys. Oh, he was in Boys on the Side. Okay, now I never knew that was him in Boys on the Side. I don't know if you ever saw that. That's like it's kind of like a chick flick, like a road, road trip chick flick movie.
I've not seen that. Drew Barrymore, right?
Yeah, when I was a kid, that was the very first time Drew Barrymore bared her breasts on screen, and as a kid, I didn't know how to respond to it because. Like Drew Barrymore, it was weird. I was like, wait, she's an adult now. Like, is she allowed to even do this? Like, it was weird to see. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg's in it. Whoopi Goldberg's she's like a hardcore butch lesbian in the movie, man. Like, she's like best friends with Drew Barrymore, and the three of these chicks just go on like a road trip. It's good shit.
I believe Parker's in there too. Wow.
Is that? Yeah, that's the other actress's name.
That's the third one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one
Billy
of
Worth was also in Red Shoe Diaries.
Yo, damn, that's a throwback, man. You know how that makes me think of when we were talking about like that era of just like erotic cinema and TV shows. Red Shoe Diaries, yo. Yo, what y'all know?
Listen, like opening and closing it.
What y'all know about Red Shoe Diaries, man? Red Shoe. Oh my god. I'm gonna watch some Red Shoe Diaries after I watch some Melrose Place. Oh, that's Rose. I was like, who's saying hey? Insomniac writer in the building. We got to do a collab with her soon, bro. She reviews movies, trailers, all that shit. Red Shoe. I've been trying to type this shit in for like. Oh, here we go. No, because I wanted to look up the front covers of because I forgot all about this shit. This shit had like 5 seasons. They had a nice little run.
Yeah, they had a movie. Had 5 seasons on Showtime. So yeah.
Super erotica, man.
That's where David Duchovny would disappear, dude, after like he was done with X-Files. He'd go back to Maine and start reading from the diary.
He was on this show?
Yeah. He opened up. He was the one that was narrating it.
And then look where that ended him up. Look where he ended up. However the hell I was trying to say it. The fucking Craft Legacy is where he ended up.
I was gonna say Californication, but yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, they turned him into he was a warlock in the Craft Legacy. His eyes turned black. I'm like, just stop. He's in that. He's in Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. He plays the dad in Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. He plays Timmy Baterman's. He plays Timmy Baterman's dad.
Oh, that's right. They did make a Bloodlines after the remake, huh? I totally forgot about that.
You see it?
No, I didn't watch it.
It's not.
I didn't watch it.
It's another one of those things where if you would have taken all the Pet Cemetery references out, it would have been. I would have given it more of a pass. It's not terrible. Like, the tone of it is cool. Like, it's the same tone as the remake, but like the remake, it ain't really got a whole bunch of. It's not packing a big punch though. It is the one that they got to play Timmy, the war hero that comes home and David Duchovny buries him in Pet Cemetery. That kid is creepy as shit, yo. He looks like what's our boy from Resident Evil Prison Break? Wentworth Miller. He looks like Wentworth Miller.
NBC.
He looks like Wentworth Miller. Look him up. Look up Pet Cemetery Bloodlines real quick, and then type in Timmy after that. Timmy Baterman. He looks like Wentworth Miller if he really had like PTSD after the burn.
Insomniac writer says don't watch.
Don't watch. She's talking about Pet Cemetery. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not great. I watched it because I was like, oh, it drops. I think it started streaming on like October 6th. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing all these Halloween-themed commentaries. Fuck it, I'll do it. And it's not terrible, but, like, it's just not Pet Cemetery. It's not.
I mean, there's only really one Pet Cemetery movie that's actually worth mentioning, and that's Part 2.
I knew you were going to say that shit.
Part 2